Today, I would like to talk about the IMF crisis and urban legends related to it. Let's take a look at the IMF crisis first. The IMF, International Monetary Fund, crisis in Korea, also known as the Asian financial crisis, was a period of economic turmoil that began in July 1997 and lasted for several years. The crisis was triggered by a number of factors, including high levels of foreign borrowing, a large trade deficit, and a sharp decline in the value of the Korean won. As foreign investors began to lose confidence in the Korean economy, they began to withdraw their investments, leading to a rapid devaluation of the won and a severe liquidity crisis. The Korean government was forced to seek assistance from the IMF, which provided a $58 billion bailout package to help stabilize the economy. The IMF crisis in Korea had a significant impact on the country's economy, causing widespread unemployment, bankruptcies, and social unrest. However, the government's efforts, combined with the support of the international community, eventually helped the Korean economy to recover and emerge stronger from the crisis. What was unique about Korea was that its citizens voluntarily stepped up to overcome the crisis. The gold collection movement is a prime example of this. In 1997, when the foreign exchange crisis hit Korea, a nationwide movement was launched in which citizens collected gold in an effort to increase the country's foreign reserves and improve its creditworthiness. Citizens purchased gold from the market and donated it to the Bank of Korea, which used the gold to increase its gold holdings and boost its foreign reserves. The movement was also accompanied by a drive to collect foreign currencies, including US dollars, from households. Although Korea was able to recover in a short period of time, there were significant social and economic aftereffects. Issues such as polarization, job insecurity, and youth unemployment, which had previously been almost invisible, became a reality, leaving behind a grim shadow of increased suicide rates, the collapse of unemployed families, and divorce. As evidenced by these issues, they are still ongoing problems that have yet to be fully resolved. Urban legends. During the IMF crisis, many companies carried out restructuring and layoffs. Unfortunately, B was forced to retire early. Although the reason given was downsizing, B was the only one to be affected and rumors spread within the company. Some said that B was let go because he didn't do a favor for the CEO's relative, while others said that he didn't flatter the CEO as other employees did. B pleaded with the company to explain why he had to retire early, citing his pregnant wife and elderly parents who needed his care, but the CEO refused to listen. B tried to find work at other companies, but he was repeatedly rejected due to the ongoing downsizing caused by the IMF crisis. Finally, 2 months later, B threw himself into the Han River in despair. When the news spread, the company employees criticized the CEO's unfair treatment of B, saying that the company had indirectly caused his death. A few days after B's funeral, rumors began to spread among the employees who were working late. Some claimed to have seen B in the restroom, while others claimed to have seen him standing in a corner of the office. The rumors continued to spread, and various superstitions began to circulate. Eventually, the rumors reached the CEO, who dismissed them as nonsense. However, the employees began to avoid working overtime, and eventually, no one was willing to work overtime. The CEO, after much deliberation, decided to stay late himself to prove that the rumors were just superstitions. Just before 1 a.m., the fluorescent lights suddenly started flickering. The CEO turned on the stand on his desk. When the stand light came on, the fluorescent light suddenly went out, followed by the computer turning off as well. The computer that B used to use suddenly turned on. Then, there was the sound of the keyboard clacking. After a few minutes, the fluorescent lights suddenly came on. With a whing sound, the computer started booting up. Breathing a sigh of relief, the CEO wiped the sweat off his forehead. What was that earlier? He wondered as he stared at the computer monitor. The moment the monitor became bright, B's face appeared close up on the screen. The next day, when the employees came to work, the CEO was shivering and his eyes were flickering in a corner of the office. Even though it was summer, he seemed to be very cold, shivering, and mumbling, "I was wrong, I was wrong." After being moved to a hospital, the boss kept babbling and never regained consciousness before passing away. After the funeral, while cleaning up the CEO's desk, some employees found an unopened email in the CEO's computer mailbox. The sender's ID was B, and the sent time was at 1 a.m. on the night the CEO worked overtime. Feeling uneasy, the employees hesitated whether to open it or not, but eventually decided to open it. It was a simple text file with only one line written, "Why did you cut me?" Hope you enjoyed today's episode, and please hit that like and subscribe for upcoming tales. Thank you very much for watching.